Hey guys. So all three of my books are available on Kindle. These two are available on Audible, and the print version is coming next week. And then I'll be doing a Audible also for this as well. So this is my new book for 2023, launching on Women's History Month. I'm definitely making history with it, but I'm going to tell you guys about my self-publishing journey. So stay tuned. Hey guys. So my self-publishing journey. So, as you saw, I am an author on Amazon, and you can follow my Amazon profile, Tanisha Marie Adjo, on Amazon. Okay, I have two Kindle. I have two Kindle ebooks. So if you have Kindle, you can just download it. If you don't have Kindle, you can purchase it and download it. But I'm turning both of those books. One I've had since 2017. The other one I've just put up there. But these books I wrote years ago, and I just put them, just getting them on ACX, which is Amazon Audible, which Amazon can distribute. Amazon can distribute through iTunes. They're gonna, distribute it through Amazon website. So I'm going to get it on Audible, which the first one is done already. I'm working on the second one. But I'm working on a physical book. I'm actually working on two physical books. The first one was inspired in 2020 when the children were home and, they were on the remote learning, and I feel like the remote learning was not working. I felt like the remote learning was not really helping the kids. It really, made the kids dumber for real. And even now they're saying that, children can't even read on their grade level. So it was really bad. So it inspired me to do a book, and I was going to name it The 12 Ways to Secure the Bag. I was going to name it that, but I didn't really like the title. So then I changed it to Financial Literacy 101, and I was going to dedicate it to junior high school, because my daughter, she's in junior high school and up. So junior high school, college, adulthood, right? But what happened was, as I'm writing a book, and a book, you definitely need an editor. So let me start there. Your first thing when starting a book, guys, you gotta know what you're gonna write about, right? You gotta know what's inspired you, what's empowering you, to write this book. Who are you writing the book for? Why are you writing the book? What's the plan for the book? What's the long-term goal, for the book? Like with anything in life, you have to have a plan, right? So I started writing this book in 2020, it's 2023, so it's like 3 years. And I haven't released it yet. I plan on releasing it in May, launching it in May. So it does take time, right? And, I don't want you to think that soon as you write a book, poof, it's up and running, right? It takes time. Give yourself at least 6 months to self-publish. Give yourself at least 6 months to self-publish, okay? So my journey is basically, I had to be inspired to write this book, okay? I had to be inspired to create the content, actually write the notes out. So I actually have a book that I was writing all of my notes in. So this is the book right here that I was actually writing my notes in. And when writing those notes, what happens is sometimes you may get writer's block. Sometimes, you may just start, dumping out everything, on what's on your mind. So for me, I didn't know everything. So I kept stopping, starting, right? Stop and starting. So I decided to, get it finished last year, which was 2022. And I did everything, but I needed a proofreader. So I reached out to my mentor. See, that's the importance of having a mentor. I reached out to my mentor, and she said, oh, I know someone that knows a great editor. So, of course, she referred me to this great editor. And, me and the editor, we had like an hour conversation. And the first thing she asked me, what was my vision? What was my purpose? What's my marketing plan? Like, she asked me all of this stuff first, right? And when you're working with people, people want to know you have a vision. And being that she's an editor, she's a Black woman editor. So all my books is done by women, period, right? I just got one Pakistani lady who's the illustrator, but everybody else is Black women, okay? So my book is women owned, women published, women edited, women illustrated, like just women everything, okay? So understanding that, she went over the book and she read the book. She went over the book, she read the book, and she was like, oh, this is amazing. And it was a lot of things in there that she didn't know. And basically, I was able to teach her some things, right? So she was like, oh, so what grade? She's asking me questions. What grade is this, for? And I said, well, it's going to be from 6 and up, like 6th grade, 5th grade and up, elementary, no, junior high school and up. So she said, okay. So she said, what about elementary? Because she has a small child. And she was like, well, what about the elementary school kids? They need a lot, too, to be able to learn about financial literacy. And I was like, well, I didn't... I'm not thinking about the little babies. Like, I'm not thinking about the little babies. So she was like, well, she called me on the phone and she was like, well, if you're going to focus on junior high school and everybody else, then the babies can't be left out. And I was like, she said, the babies can't be left out, ma'am. So I said, you're right. The babies can't be left out. And I said, so what do you think? And she was like, I think you should do a book for babies too, from elementary school. She said, you could do 2 books, And, I told her, okay. That was the editor. I told her, okay. And I didn't know what to name the book. I didn't even think about the babies. But I came up with a name. Me and my daughter, we actually sat down and, I told her what my editor was saying. This is my 14-year-old, my 13-year-old. And I said, well, she wants a book for, children. Wants me to do a book for children. And my daughter was like, okay, well, we can do the ABCs. And I was like, the ABCs? I don't want to do no ABCs. But then I was like, wow, the ABCs of wealth building for children. The first time I came up with that title in my whole life, that was a title I stuck with, right? So my editor actually gave me the inspiration. So shouts out to Dana Ferguson. So if you guys want a bomb editor, Dana Ferguson is hands down amazing, okay? Amazing Black woman. She's doing her thing. She's into production. She's into producing movies and all that. So she's hands down amazing. So writing this ABCs of Wealth Building for Children's book, I wanted it to be very vibrant. I'm very colorful. I'm very outgoing. I'm very motivated, ambitious. So I didn't want nothing dull. So can I tell you guys? I started researching children's finance books. Okay, now this is something that I think, a lot of people miss. So one of the things that you should do when self-publishing is seeing what the competition is, seeing what the market research is, seeing who else is in that field of what you're doing, so you can know what you're up against. So I said, well, let me Google Black authors in children's finance books. When I did that, I literally was scrolling, because what happened was Google didn't give me Black authors in children finance right away. They gave me a bunch of websites, right, with people talking about Black authors and finance. So it wasn't Black authors with finance. It was Black authors and talking about finance. So it wasn't like children. So I had to really scroll. Then I found one. It was a lady. And I think she was talking about investing. It was another one that I found. I think it was a coloring book. And she was talking about investing too. I think it was another one, another lady. It was about 3-4 ladies. One, she had a coloring book also. And, she was talking about saving. And then I went on Amazon and I typed the same thing in and I saw a few more. It was 2 men and 1 woman. And so in my research, I only saw a handful of Black authors, true Black authors, talking about children's finance. Maybe 5 or 6. So in my head, I'm like, this can't be. So I went on Bing. So I went to Google already. I scrolled through like 23 pages. I went on Amazon, scrolled to another like 5 pages. Then I went on Bing and I scrolled to like the first 2 pages because there's really nobody on Bing. So I went to the hashtag Black authors in children's finance. Like three came up. So I said to myself, wait, nobody's doing finances for children, babies? So of course, as an entrepreneur, it just opened my mind. Like, this is a problem that needs to be solved, right? And as entrepreneurs, this is what we do. We have to solve problems, right? So this is a problem that needs to be solved. The children need to know about money. The children need to know about credit, need to know about banks, need to know about student loan, need to know about entrepreneurship. They need to know about their birthright. You need to understand kings and queens and, all that stuff. They need to know it too, right? And it just gave me like an epiphany. I'm like, this is a wide open road, okay? There's a lot of Black authors. There's lots of Black authors, right? But a lot of Black authors focus on sex novels, romance novels, a lot of stuff on motivation, recruiting, network marketing. I saw a lot of that, but not really on finance for kids. So I said, you know what? Me and my daughter, we got to work. So we started outlining my same book. I've been writing my other book in. I started taking notes and started writing down ideas and what can I do. I started researching different letters and stuff like that, going back and forth with my editor. And then we finally got it together. I want to say it took a month. I told you this stuff takes time, right? My editor, she's busy. I'm busy. We back and forth. So it took I want to say about a month, maybe 6 weeks. Okay. So my editor altogether, I want to say my editor might have costed about $600. And when you're self-publishing, guys, I want you to realize that it's not free. Okay. If you're not an editor, don't try to edit your book. If you're not a proofreader, don't try to proofread your book. Right. If you're not a graphic designer, don't try to graphic design your book. And if you've never been through this process, don't try to do it yourself. Okay. So I went to this website. It's a website called Ingram Spark, which one of my coaches, the girl that's actually coaching me on doing this because she has her own publishing company. She said Ingram Spark and Amazon was the best places to publish your book. So now Ingram Spark has a group on Facebook. They got, Instagrams and all that. So I'm following them. I'm watching their videos. They talking about how self-publishing is the best and all this other stuff and, understanding, how it works. So now I've got to get connected to some of the people that are already publishers. And some people were saying that from starting your book, from starting to finish, to actually being published, and you need writers, you may need, you need the publisher, you need the editor, you need the illustrator, you need the proofreader, you need the formatter. So from beginning to end, I would say some of them average was saying anywhere from 1,000 to 25,000. Now I think 25,000 is a bit much, but 1,000 to 25,000 also gives you a range. So another lady told me it can literally be anywhere from 1,000 to 3,500 to self-publish your own book. Okay, 1,000 to about $4,000. So 1,000 to $4,000 to self-publish your own book. Okay. Traditional way, they would pay you, but then I would take 3 years. Self-publishing could take 6 months, and you got to come up front with all the money. That's why in the beginning, you need to have your vision, right? You need to understand why you even doing this book. Okay. So my editor, paid her under $1,000. And then we finally got it together, right? Now we have a manuscript. Now I have this manuscript, of my book. So now I'm like, okay, well, now I have to have a vision of what I want my book to look like. I want some children, basically. It's a children's book. I want my children outside. I want them to have money and books, and I want kings and queens out there. I want my I want my pages to be very vibrant and colorful and, happy with, children and men and moms and dads, all kind of stuff. That's what I want. So I went to Fiverr and started doing research on Fiverr because, again, I never did a book illustration. I'm not an illustrator. I'm just a coach, business coach, help people get money. Period. Like, illustrating is not my thing. Grafting is not my thing. Like, I don't do that. So the illustration is going to cost you minimum $500. Like, if you're trying to do what I did, like, it's going to cost you minimum $500. So I found a bomb illustrator. I'm telling you guys, when you see my book, you're going to be like, yo, this shit is fire. Bomb illustrator, girl from Pakistan. She got 500 5-star reviews. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go with this girl. Hit her up. I told her my vision. She said, let's work. Like, I told her my vision. Sis said, let's work. That's all I needed. Paid her. The beginning of this year, which was January. Okay, we're almost in March now. And she started sending me different samples and, how I wanted it. Again, guys, this is going to take time. A lot of back and forwards, okay? So she's the illustrator and she's illustrating the book. And she's sending me all these different type of formats and stuff, different kind of pictures. And I'm getting excited about it because I'm like, wow, she's doing my book. Like, I'm excited about like a kid in a candy store. I'm about to be 40, but I'm feeling all jittery. Like, wow, I'm about to have a book. Back and forth might have took about another month. That's why I said minimum 6 months, guys, to self-publish. Like, minimum, okay? Back and forth, okay? Now, once she got the rough draft, now I sent it to my editor, okay? Because now I had to send it to my editor so my editor can look it over so she can approve it, reread it, all of that stuff. So my editor, certain things she didn't like. So now I had to go back to the illustrator. The illustrator had to now fix that. Then I had to send it back to my editor. So my editor said, okay, boom, this is it. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay. So send it back to the illustrator. I said, listen, this is it. This is what we're going to do. Boom. So then she said, you need your ISBN number. So the ISBN number is basically your code to your book, right? And you can get your ISBN numbers, your own ISBN numbers, which would be on Bowkers, Bowkey, Bowkers.com. So the lady that's coaching me, I actually got 10 of those ISBN numbers to have different formats and different forms of the book. So I got 10 of those, and I paid $3.15, something like that, $3.10 plus tax or whatever. Okay, so I got those, and now I have my own ISBN numbers. And the person that I'm working with that's showing me how to do this, which her name is Robin, I'm also going to get the codes for the library, so my book can also be available in libraries, right, across, the world. Well, really America. So now my editor is telling me, okay, well, now you need a publisher. Now you need someone to upload. Now you need someone to format. I'm like, formatting? What's formatting? Okay, well, let me research format. Now, formatting on Amazon has to be a certain way. And then formatting on Ingram Sparks has to be a certain way too. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't know how to format. All right, let me go to my illustrator. My illustrator knows how to format. Of course, she's like, well, that's additional charge. So now, more money. Then my publisher lady, she's telling me she can, because I'm paying her under $1,000 too. So right at this point, I'm already at $2,500. It hasn't been published yet, but I'm happy. I'm not even mad. Like, $2,500. I'm not even mad about it, right? At this point, I'm at $2,500. Maybe between 2,000 and 2,500 right now. So then she says she's going to have to add the ISBN number. She's going to have to upload it. She's going to have to, file for the copyright. She's going to have to file for the LLC number or whatever, it is. So she got to do what she got to do. So now I'm at the ending stages of it. So now I have to connect my editor, my illustrator, and the purpose who's going to publish. I got to now connect them. So now we're in a WhatsApp group, and we're in an email thread, because now we all have to be on the same page, right? We all now have to be on the same page. My editor has to make sure she's connected to this illustrator. The illustrator has to be connected to the publisher so that we all are on the same page. Now, the editor and the publisher knows each other. So that's a good thing, right? They know each other. So basically they're already friends, right? And then the illustrator had to get on, because now she had to understand certain things that, editor wanted, the publisher wanted, blah, 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 right? So this is literally, guys, a project that I've been working on since last year, November 2022, okay? But I've been working on the project for 2 years, since 2020. So that's why I'm telling you guys, this is not going to be a short thing, right? So give yourself at least 6 months and at least $2,500 to $3,500 to self-publish. Okay. But then also have your goals, right? So now I decided to put a dedication page. One of my friends was like, oh, you should put a dedication page. Okay. Now that's something else. So now I got to go back to the illustrator. Can you put a dedication page? She's going to put a dedication page. Now I'm literally at the ending stages where my illustrator, she has the dedication page. I already have the cover. She got to create graphics for like Instagram, Facebook, and stuff, for me to be able to promote. And then my editor, she gets me connected to a lady who's connected to Victoria Khan, who's the Pinkalicious lady, where she goes to different elementary schools and does book tours. And she invited me on her book tour. So I'm excited about something like this. Now I just have to find some elementary schools that, want to do this. But you also have to have a marketing strategy. Okay. You have to have a marketing strategy. So it's not just enough to pay $2,500 and then upload it to Amazon and hope everybody buys it. No, right? I already started telling my friends, my family. I started telling my list. I started telling strangers. I started telling people I know about my book. So I'm already telling people, so people are on the radar that, Tanisha's coming out with a book for children, right? And everybody's excited about it. I posted my, let me see if I have it here. I posted my cover. Let me show you guys my cover. Okay, where the hell is the cover? The cover of the book. I don't know if you guys can see it. But see how colorful this is? I love it. Okay, this is how colorful it is. Okay. So this is, it says my name and my daughter's name because my daughter was the co-author because she helped me. She helped me with at least half of the letters. So now I have this book, cover here. And now I need to be marketing this book. So I do something called vision boards in schools, right? Vision board parties. And in vision board parties, I help children to get their vision. So my daughter, she did one. This is her vision, right? She got her car, Rolls Royce. Her name is there, 777. Like, she got celebrities that she like, art of work. So this is my daughter's actual vision board. So I go into different schools and do vision boards for free, right? It may take me an hour and a half to impact the kids. The kids love it. The teachers love it. The principals love it. They all love it, right? I love it, right? So I go for free. Right, just get connected to some of the parent coordinators or the guidance counselors, and just present myself, and I have something to offer. So now I do these free vision board parties. So now, after, of course, my pitch comes. Hey, principal. Hey, parent coordinator. Hey. So, being that I did this vision board now for your children, I actually have a book coming out that I want to come do a book signing and a book read in your school. Do you know nobody said, oh, no? Everybody said, when is the book coming out? I showed them the cover. They said, when is the book coming out? Because now we can place an order to buy the books from you, and then we can distribute it to the children, and you can come do a book read. I already have 2 schools. I'm working on a 3rd school right now. Okay. My goal is to have my book in all of the schools. So I'm going to principals meetings. I'm going to teachers meetings. Right, I'm doing principals. What is it? A vendor event for principals where they have different vendors come in. I'm trying to get connected to superintendents, and now this lady Victoria Khan, she's doing a book tour, so I'm able to get connected to her. So I feel like my book is going to be it. I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years. I feel like my book is going to be it. It's going to pop. It's going to rock. I feel like this is it. Then my other friend was like, so if you just going to do a book signing in the schools, what's happening to everybody else that want the book too? Well, I'm going to put it on Amazon. Everybody get on Amazon. She was like, nah, since you need a book signing, you need to create a book signing. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to let you hold my space. Her space can hold like 500 people. She's like, I'm going to let you hold my space. And you could do your book signing in the summertime, not in the summertime, in the springtime around the end of March, the beginning of April. So I have supporters. I have people that want to support and want to see me win. And what I love about the people that I deal with is that they want to see me win, so they're helping me win. They're not just saying it, right? They're supporting and helping and promoting at the same time. And then shout out to my friend Jennifer, who I've known her for like 8 years. She also was, a part of the process and started putting things in place, helping me as far as, the mindset, helping me understand, curriculums and, all of that stuff, and helping me think bigger. You want to probably expand and, get websites and, put it on paperback and hardcover. I mean, there's a lot of different things. So I'm grateful for the people that I have in my circle. And that's a big thing. A lot of people don't have good people. And I have great people in my circle. I have teachers in my circle. I have millionaires in my circle. I have attorneys in my circle. I have life insurance agents in my circle. I have people that's heavy in real estate, in my circle. And I just have people that genuinely want to help me. Okay. That genuinely want to help me. I also reached out to my influencer friends and mentors, and I told them about the book too. They said, let me know when it is, because we're going to go live and I'm promote the book for you. So you have to have a marketing strategy, right? So it's not just enough just to upload it, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to have a marketing strategy, right? And then what's the goal, right? I want to be getting on podcasts telling about this, right? And, you can get it copywritten. Copywritten costs $80, $90, $60. It don't even cost a lot. But you want to have your intellectual property protected. A lot of times we don't do it, because it's like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. But Bowkers have a way for you to do it, or you can go LegalZoom and they can do it for you. Or if you don't have an attorney, your attorney could do the copyright for you, which, won't be, too much. I mean, if you already have the attorney. So I just wanted to drop this for you guys because it's not enough Black people doing books on children finance, and it's not enough Black people self-publishing from the videos that I've watched on YouTube. So I want to inspire you. I want you to be inspired to create your own book. You have a book inside of you. You've been through a lot. You've been through domestic violence. You've been through homelessness. You need to write a book to inspire other people. You can put it on Audible. You can put it on ebook. You could do a hardcover. You could do a paperback. Whatever you want to do, there is a way. And you could do it digitally, where now you can actually have a website where people can be flipping through the pages digitally. Like, that's a whole nother thing, like the metaverse. So I just wanted to do this, guys. So I'm going to continue probably a part 2 when the book is actually done, so I can tell you how I feel. Because right now I'm a little nervous and I'm a little excited at the same time. But I'm happy that I'm accomplishing something that's been a long time coming. And it's something that is needed. So if you want to make impact, you got to make impact. If you want to make impact, you got to make an impact. If you want to make an impact, you got to make an impact. So let me get to doing my taxes. I actually got to go into the office. I got like 3 clients that's coming like now. And I am helping people do their taxes. So all that's going to do is enhance me as a person. And I'm working on building, my team. My team of people that I need to work with me. And I'm grateful, guys, that I have people in my circle that want to see me win. So I'll do part 2 when I'm all said and done, which March 10th is the official launch day for my first book. And then I'm start working on my other book. But now my other book, I already know what to do now. So I don't have to spend $2,500. I may spend less than that. I'm going to still need an editor. I'm going to still need the illustrator. I'm going to still need, the girl to upload the book and all that stuff for me. So if this book, I'm spending $2,000 to $2,500, the next one, I'll probably spend less than that. So I'm excited, guys. I am grateful. So it's time for you to get to work too. Remember, self-publishing is going to take you at least minimum 6 months. Okay, guys? See you soon.